Romance anime is one of the most popular forms of anime to date. No pun intended. One gets to experience love blooming, heartbreaks, meltdowns, relationships tested, and so on through them. Stay with us to the end of the video as we look into 3 such animes, which are sure to melt your hearts. Number 1. Yuri on Ice. Yuri on Ice portrays a healthy, mature homosexual relationship. It's a slow-burning shonen ai in which the bond between Yuri Katsuki and Viktor Nikiforov grows to unimaginable proportions. Yuri Katsuki, once Japan's most promising figure skater, returns home to consider his options before his crushing defeat at the Grand Prix finale. However, Yuri finds himself in the spotlight after a video of him performing a routine previously performed by 5-time world champion Viktor Nikiforov goes viral. In fact, Viktor unexpectedly appears at Yuri's house and offers to be his mentor. Yuri eagerly accepts it as one of his biggest fans, kicking off his journey to return to the world stage. Viktor's curiosity quickly turns into a burning desire to see Yuri succeed on the ice. Viktor, as the coach, insists on knowing every little detail about Yuri. The emotional center of the show is the relationship between Yuri Katsuki and Viktor Nikiforov. Yuri is initially reserved and starstruck in the presence of Viktor, as he's been his skating North Star. And as they get to know one another, their growing intimacy not only fuels their own competitive drives, but also propels the entire skating community forward. Their feelings evolve and they burst forth in the heat of the moment as they overcome obstacles in their obsession with ice skating, and when that reaches a climax. Again, no pun intended. In this riveting ice skating shonen ai, their goals and their passions coincide. While Yuri on Ice's stunning visuals and dazzle and entertain us viewers, the addition of emotion and personality to each routine really ups the ante significantly. Rather than just being merely beautifully animated and choreographed skating programs, the action on the ice serves as a metaphorical expression of the skater's psyche, their relationships, and their growth as characters. There are a few scenes from the anime which symbolizes the love that the characters share. Remember the scene where Viktor touches Yuri's lips? Yuri's worries threaten to keep him from giving his best performance. Viktor, who is still getting the hang of his new job as a coach, notices Yuri's uneasiness and ponders over ways to help him relax and prepare mentally for the competition. Viktor decides to make a straightforward yet touching gesture by delicately applying chapstick to Yuri's parched lips. Yuri, who's been in love with Viktor the skater and now might be falling for Viktor the man, as well as bystanders, are shocked by the display of physical intimacy that could easily be interpreted as romantic. Yuri attends a televised press conference after winning the national competition in Japan, where he's questioned about his theme for the year. Yuri, a prominent member of the Japanese male figure skating community, proclaims that love will be the central theme of his Grand Prix series performances. Yuri's answer is delivered with clarity and expression. Despite the fact that he blushes the entire time, this is a trait of his personality that Viktor has awakened. The good luck ring Yuri gets melts our hearts. As the Grand Prix finals draw near, Yuri and Viktor take some time to relax before the major tournament by seeing Barcelona. Yuri rushes in and out of stores hunting for the ideal gift, in an effort to give Viktor both a birthday and a Christmas present. He ultimately makes his way into a jewelry store and buys 2 golden rings for himself and Viktor to wear as good luck charms. As if the idea of matching gold bands weren't symbolic enough, Yuri placed the ring on Viktor's finger in front of a church, further symbolizing marriage. Remember the embrace that the two shared? Yuri's nerves were rattled after scoring in the Cup of China's short skate program the previous day, forcing him to deal with the pressure of being in first place. As they approach the parking garage beneath the rink, Viktor lies and threatens to resign as Yuri's coach if he fails to reach the podium on day 2 after such a strong start on day 1, prompting Yuri to cry. Shaking off the encounter, Yuri performs well and even increases the difficulty of his final jump, much to everyone's surprise. As a reward for his efforts and an apology, Viktor embraces and seemingly kisses Yuri after his routine. Number 2. Kimi Nito. Next up, we have Kimi Nito. It's an ugly ducking shoujo romance, which is based on the manga by Kaoruo Shina. The anime hits so many dated and cliched notes in the perfectly correct way that it's difficult not to appreciate it. Audiences recognize Sawako Kuronoma for 2 things. 1, her physical appearance, and other, her feminine personality. Kuronuma's physical appearance is inspired by Sadako from Koji Suzuki's The Ring. Kuronuma's name is only 1 letter different from Sadako's, and like Sadako, her long black hair covers her entire face, which frightens Kuronoma's classmates. She's surrounded by either dread or ridicule, which leaves her friendless and lonely. One of the sweetest, most innocent, and most emotional high school romances to ever grace the anime landscape begins when Shouta Kazehaya her idol and crush, starts talking to her. Many factors contribute to Kimi Nito's popularity. Sawako Kuronuma and Shota Kasehaya, the main protagonists, rose to prominence as the archetypical representations of the shy girl and the boy next door, respectively. However, they give these stereotypes a distinctive spin. The show introduces some significant thematic elements about friendship while also showcasing the charming, innocent side of high school love through their relationship. The two may have, cliché romantic experiences like Valentine's Day, but the relationship takes a more realistic approach by demonstrating how high school students react when they see their crushes. Kazahaya, for instance, became nervous and jealous when she suspected Kuronuma had a crush on Ryu. Furthermore, because of their shyness, Kuronuma and Kazehaya took a long time to express their feelings for each other. Many high school students can relate to these jealous moments and love confessions. In contrast to the other shoujo series, which frequently depicts a rich guy sweeping a girl off her feet in a Cinderella-like scenario, this series shows a realistic portrayal of how high schoolers handle romantic emotions. Kimi Nito is a classic romance anime that captures the essence of high school romance. The series not only depicts the innocence of high school romance and friendships, but it also depicts the high school experiences that teenagers have to overcome, making it a relatable series to a wide audience. Number 3. Chobits. Next up, we have Chobits. To this day, the love between man and machine remains relevant and true. Hideki Motosuwa discovers an abandoned computer named Chi and falls in love with her during the sometimes comical, sometimes risque, but always intriguing quest to discover her origins. This is a love story that defies boundaries between two worlds, and it really makes fans think. Chobits begins by following Ronin student Hideki as he travels from his small hometown to Tokyo. The story eventually switches between him and the persocom he meets named Chi. Her struggles to find her peace in a world she was thrust into has the greatest impact on the plot and the storyline. The show walks a fine line between celebrating Chi's development into a full person with sentience and agency and objectifying her. It's a very postmodern love story in an age that resonates so much stronger now in our age of technological advancement. Chobits' post-humanist storytelling raises questions about the deeply personal relationships that humans can form with something that resembles or shares human characteristics but can never be exactly human. Because persocoms are almost all designed to resemble young women, it creates an opportunity to discuss gender roles and relationships, and how those perceived as female can be literally objectified. Chobits presents a compelling and empowering narrative about love, personal choice, and sacrifice at times. Chobits is not the typical story about young girls that many people expect. Chobits is a manga with a teen male protagonist that has been serialized in the Seinen Weekly Young magazine. Because the series is aimed at adult men, it includes candid discussions about relationships and heartbreak. Chi's role is especially significant because she is a chobit, a subspecies of persocoms with the ability to feel emotion and fall in love as a part of their programming. It is being activated by meeting someone who is essentially their soulmate. They can also imbue the ability into other persocoms, which some see as a threat to society. Although love is an important part of their programming, the chobits have the ability to choose who they love. Viewers must also consider that despite Chi's maturation into a capable and self-sufficient persocom, Hideki is all that she knows. While Hideki is framed as a character dedicated to assisting Chi in her quest for selfhood, he is also a stand-in for a reader fantasy of being able to groom a perfect girlfriend who comes with no pesky pre-existing opinions and must completely rely on her boyfriend. Of course, the romantic aspect of the story is that she found the person meant only for her. However, much of Chi's love is based on a constant sacrifice for Hideki. And while sacrifice is an important part of love, it often appears to be one-sided between female persocoms and their male companions. Despite the questionable role of the female persocoms and Chi's role in the story, Chobits contains powerful messages about loyalty and love. What's most remarkable are the relationships between adults, or adult-presenting persocoms, that explore the idea of developing romantic relationships without traditional sexual relationships. Every human persocom relationship is not necessarily sexual. With that being said, we've reached the end of the video. If you enjoyed watching our Animezing content, please leave a like on the video and hit that subscribe button to see more videos. Also, if you want a recap of a new episode, just let us know in the comment section down below.